Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is the questions part of the channel that we do here. I have those who you might be new. I do 5 at a time with a free list, and after the first 5, then I reopen. You have to be here when your name gets called, or else we skip you, and you can only get 1 free question per live. And but the donations are open the whole time, and they are to donate. It's in the description box, and it's also posted on the side by Jean. So you guys are very much welcome to do that. I appreciate it every time you guys do that. And throughout each list being made, I give a small little collective read for those who watch but don't want to ask a question. So welcome in, everybody. Wow. Hi, everyone. Jane, Christine, Jean, and Bailey. Well, welcome in. Okay, so what is the vibe for those who are watching and don't do a question? Directing to that. Salty. Ooh. Somebody's salty. Hey, Soul Path. Or Soul Empath. Ooh, somebody's salty. Longing. Oh, somebody is salty about longing for somebody. They're missing somebody. They want to talk soulmate. And this masculine. Oh, somebody. But hopeful. Being hopeful. But somebody is like, I don't know. I don't like the salty. What is this? It's the removing the saltiness. Somebody might have to sweep. But getting something going, and it's to establish something. Oh, there's the forced action. If it's meant to be, it'll be. It's the dog, though. The dog talks about a supportive friend, helpful, playful, faithful companion, a friendship that turns to love. It also talks about the soulmate. What is this? There's some planning. Something is like going to be set in motion here. But it's like somebody is like, I am so done with yearning for the soulmate. Wow. Did you guys see that? Somebody wants their divine masculine to show up. Yeah, it's time. It's like, why does... It's almost like I can hear somebody being like, why is it my divine masculine, my soulmate, who's slow? It feels like, put some pep in that step, buddy. But do they need to, or do you need to calm down? Because it'll be okay. They are going to show up right at the perfect time when you need them to. Whatever this is, I told you. Yeah, see, they were just detoured. An unexpected detour. This man. They had to, they're delayed. But they're going to show up. Your masculine's going to show up. It just feels like they had to, there was a delay. The key, they had to get some clarity. Wow. And the Celtic knot. Tell me it's real. The feelings that we feel. It's like a miracle. It's a leap of faith. Oh. So this masculine, whoever masculine I'm talking about here, they it feels like they would have to be one that would have to, it feels like this one doesn't believe in love. They don't believe in that. They don't believe in true love. And it feels like they are ones where it's like, no, I need to see the signs. And it's like, buddy, you remember in Bruce Almighty? where Jim Carrey tells him, just give me a sign. And he's given, there's a truck in front of him that's got all these signs that are pointing to the way to go, and he doesn't see it. It feels like that's what's going on with this masculine. And it feels like there's the feminine in this. It's like, if you don't come on already, Like, where is it? Like, not really, not because we don't want to yearn for it like that and be like, where is it? When's it going to come? Because it slows it down. But it's kind of like, it feels like you've been waiting for a while. Especially if you already know. Oh my God, something got in my throat. I still have sage burning. But it feels like they are coming. You've been very patient waiting for this person, and they are coming. It's just they are put on a detour. There's been a turn of events where something happened, and they're going to figure it out. Three of Pentacles, Justice, and see, that's what I mean. Like, there's a feminine here. She's already chose. She already chose the path she wants. She wants him. She's already put it out there to the universe. And she's holding on to that. And they're going to come. They will. It just feels like they're just held up. Ace of Cups. But they love you. But see, that's what I mean, though, too. For some of you, it's they're blocking the heart space. They're blocking this. And then, but you challenge them. This healing. They're fighting the challenge of healing. Okay? So, yeah, it's the Six of Cups. Your soulmate is, you're blocking it. But for anybody who is curiouser, your masculine is coming. It just feels like it's okay. But yeah, so that was a message for somebody who's kind of sitting there salty. Alrighty. It's hopeful. Just stay optimistic. Okay? Okay. Healing. And if you're antisocial, it feels like, come on, you gotta put yourself out there. Okay. Hey, Mystic, welcome in. A general, whatever comes. Should be interesting. Okay. Let me pin this. All right. Okay, for Christy. Yeah, Christy. What does she need to know generally? What's the vibe that she needs to know? Glow up. Hey. Here's new opportunities. Huh. If there's like some sort of like legal matter, it's going to be successful for you. You got isolation, mass, and being too busy, though. You might be rejecting things because you don't see them because you're too busy. And it feels like on one side of stuff, you've got this going on. Well, tell me about that. This could be something like if you ever had an idea or a thought of going into like some criminal justice or something, that could be successful going public. If this does have anything to do with something legal, like within courts or something, you're going to get a major announcement on that. You're going to be heard. And there's going to be a spotlight put on something. Something's going to be like spotlight because you got the glow up here with a spotlight right here. Okay, so and then about this right here. Support. If you, yeah, you do. If you like to do things on your own and you're always busy, it feels like you need to bring some other people to the table. It's like a team project and like people that can help you. But it's kind of like I want to do it on my own because you don't want to be misguided into a tower. But it feels like needing to open something up because you don't have time to really fully see something hidden. It's unpredictable and staying focused. It feels like you can't do something very directly or quickly because you're being held back by being too busy by other things. So it feels like you're being asked, wow, but it comes with the beaver. There's new things that are on the horizon. But see, at the same time, if you're being too busy and you're working too hard, it works against you. So it feels like if people offer to give you a helping hand, let them. Okay? Because you're isolating yourself. Okay? I hope that made sense. You got a twofer. All right, LJ. Oh, I wasn't ready. I don't know why I'm shuffling like that. I don't even know if this is the right deck. Oh, it does? Okay. You're welcome. Okay, whatever comes out. Okay. Let's just go back to what's the vibe. Okay, for LJ, whatever comes out, what does she need to know? What is the vibe? Oh. Okay. All right, what is the vibe for LJ? She needs to know. Daydreaming, your head's in the clouds. Wow. But today, if you've been like daydreaming about some sort of closeness with somebody, like it talks about them being together, there's a longing, missing you. It feels like good vibes and being in the moment. And I think because you might be daydreaming, that it's like you gotta be in the moment because something trapped in lust. If somebody, I'm seeing somebody lighting a cigarette. The time. I don't know. It just seems like somebody's like, I don't know. I mean, if you can see it here, it looks, that's what's sticking out to me. Somebody is lighting a cigarette or something. We'll just say something with the candles there. And justice, child. And the overflow. You're going to have a beginning that is really, it desires the harmony. And having a new perspective on some new beginning. And it creates an overflow. And yeah. I'm not going to tell you what I got there. That was no. The mountain. Windy road. Okay, I see what this is. If you are like waiting for you to come back together with somebody, it feels like thinking about how they're going to get there or how long it's going to take. It's creating a block. It's creating more distance. And it feels like go with the flow of something, just like kind of, I know they're coming back because you got the reconciliation or like this gift. It's coming. It just feels like there's hesitation or something like that on the table. So it feels like just you're definitely daydreaming about something. And don't have it does feel like there might be a small bit of, well, but what if this doesn't work out? Don't hold on to that. Let that go. It feels like that's important. Okay. No, see, no. Don't think like that. An interference of a what? Because there was something there too where when I looked down, I seen that where you might think like something's not going to work out. Don't let that happen like that. It's okay. Okay. All right. Oh, the reconciliation part. Yeah, it could be. Very well could be. Okay. We're pinning that. And okay, I plan on going out tomorrow night. What can I expect? Okay. All right. What can be expected? Day goes out tomorrow. What can be expected? What can be expected? Okay. Soulmate. Oh, wow. Hopefulness and puzzled. Feeling perplexed. This might be like, because soulmates are like, I mean, yeah, they talk about twin flames, but this also is talking about friendships and romantic person or partner. And it's like you get confused. There might be some, because I'm seeing all these glasses here. So there might be some of that happening, some drinking happening, the message, and then the arrival. What is this? The masculine. I want to say something like if you're driving, if you're the one who's driving, I'm seeing something about like there's like a green light. Yeah, you're gonna be like in a road, but then there's the feminine here too. Maybe a Scorpio feminine there. But it's like you're traveling and it feels like pause before you go through a green light. Not for too long like that, but it feels like have extra caution before you go and drive through a green light. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but I am. A woman, again. You're going to have a choice. Look. There's two feminines, multiple choice. It literally says multiple choice. And that may be why you're feeling perplexed. Because it's like, what? What do I do? I mean, if you're single and you're dating and there's like two suitors that show up, that's okay. That might be why you're feeling perplexed. Like, I don't know what to choose, what to do. There's two of them and you're stuck in the middle. I don't know what this is. You're going to be stuck in the middle trying to figure, look, here in the loons, you got two that they're opposites. And here you are just stuck in the middle, having to make a choice and balance. It feels like you'll make a balance. Wow. Compassionate. Man. It feels like you, I don't know. Because there's the house, this man. But see, this man's holding a glass of something. And it feels like this could be like a like a stone path or something to the house. So you might, I don't know, somebody might come back with you or something. I don't know. But be careful walking on the stone path if there's a stone path. And it's like, it's the dog with the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know, but that is a third person thing. So you might have thought all along that you were going to try and like connect how you got the diamond ring with another person, but somehow in the mix, there's a whole nother thing that shines. And it feels like a statement of intent. I'm going to buy you a drink. Is that T-Pain? That is T-Pain, to buy you a drink. Yeah, so that might happen. So in closing, it feels like be careful going through green lights if you're driving yourself. And two, if there is a sidewalk or a metal stepping stone type path to a house or to a place, watch your step. Be careful. and you're gonna have to make a choice. That sounds fun. Yeah, it looks fun. Okay. Mystical, if you could post your question, please. Okay, you're welcome. What's coming towards me in finance? Okay. Let me see. What is coming in? It's mystical and finance. It's in the pursuit. More. Surprise. Unexpected action. Decision. You might have a decision if somebody, because I did see that. I seen like a third party type thing, but that feels, yeah, it's right here. Third party or manipulation. Somebody else might get involved. It feels like to ask, like if somebody, and this is in the matters of like finances, if somebody asks you to like borrow money or something and they say like, well, it's for this or it's for that, they're not being truthful. It's like the wrong reason. It's unclear, but you get some sort of unexpected change. Balance. It's going to balance everything out for you. Red flag. The moon. If you know somebody with Pisces in their chart and they ask you to borrow money or something like that, don't. Squirrely. Yeah, because they are going to be like, they're going to give you miscommunication. So it's like, well, oh, you do? Okay, yeah. It feels like don't. But it feels like if you don't, then things are, yeah, established. Clouds. That fell over here. This one over here, the red flag, they're going to create some sort of misunderstanding, miscommunication. But if you stay balanced with your stuff, this agreement, it reawakens hope for you. And wow, successful. It just feels like you can't, if it comes to somebody's problem with money or something, you can't solve it. Because the more you try to help this person, the more they're going to be, I'm hearing like the word frugal. I need to look that up, frugal. It almost feels like they just don't care about money. They will just throw it anywhere. But it feels like you need to pull back on that. And it's going to actually get you somewhere with your finances later on. Okay. I feel like my cards are all going to fall over there. All right. Soul Empath. You're welcome. All right. Soul Empath. If you could post your question, please. Okay. So to speak, doing that since oh, okay. Let's see. How will the meeting on Friday go? In this support group. How will that go? Positive. Stay optimistic. Positive thinking. I don't know why I grabbed this deck, but I guess we'll soon find out. Wow, there is lots of being optimistic. You got stay optimistic, be optimistic, and then unconditional love, and be present. This is weird that I grabbed this deck because this is like a love deck, but it's saying like free yourself from like the need to control things. Okay, the Chariot. You're moving forward through your emotions. You're going to get what you want out of it. It feels like if you want it to be positive, it's going to be positive. If you, it feels like if you nurture it and you give to it, you're going to get something really good out of it. Wow. Steering clear. But strategy. This feels like if somebody shows up late, it's going to be like a cause and effect thing, which I don't know why it would be. But if there's a person that kind of shows up late to these things, I think they throw off the energy or something. Child uprooted. Yeah, this person that shows up late, they are, I don't know, squirrely in a sense. Okay. Hey, Scorpio. But you're definitely going to, it's going to turn out good if you stay optimistic. Okay. Interesting. Okay, and that was oh, there's a guy that's been flirting in there. I see. Don't let that person throw you off, though. Okay, we can reopen the list. I'm going to grab some water. And then I'll pull another little short little thing for anybody else who would want a discount message or if they didn't ask a question. That's what I set those ones for. Okay. What can you tell me for those who aren't asking a question or need something else? Directing that. Spiritual gifts. Not happy. Oh. Oh, crazy. Hi, Martina. I can't read it fully, but hello. Welcome in. Somebody's not... Ooh, bad news. And no strings. So... Oh, but somebody's like, no, this isn't real. Fairy tale. It's phony. It's an illusion. Okay, so is somebody here, for whoever this one is for, they might get some spiritual gifts and they're just not happy about it. And it's because it's like, no, that's an illusion. Because it's saying like phony or trickster or something here, where it's like, no, that's not actually happening. But you've got like the bad news with the no strings. Ideas into action. Synchronicities. Oh, somebody is seeing synchronicities and they're supposed to be working with their guides on what it is that they're seeing. And it's the feather. Whoa. For whoever this is for, your spiritual team, your guides are really trying to get messages to you or through to you. And it's like, wow, then there's the agreement. This is a part of the agreement that you signed up for. And the communicating, you might be hearing, You might be hearing messages. You could hear them. And you're like, no, I'm not hearing what I think I'm hearing. Right. And then you get the, I'm not ready. You got the clouds, the hesitation, the balance, and then it's part of the process. And to focus. If you are hearing things, what you need to do is you need to meditate. You need to get centered. That's part of this. But this is what is meant for you to be doing. And they are trying very hard to get messages through to you. Death. Swan. The strength. It might be a Leo. If you've had somebody, a loved one that's passed away, a soulmate person, they're trying to communicate with you. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's like there is, yeah, see, I told you they're trying to communicate, but you have to be open to get the communication. And it's almost like, I don't know, somebody's trying to not hear. And I think it's really because of the fact that they think it's going to be like, that is kind of a true thing, just for, some. I used to worry about that. Like, I never wanted to be somebody who had to give bad news to somebody. And it's not really necessarily like that, especially if this is someone who connects and like speaks beyond with like people who have passed and they've, went through the transition and stuff. And you are a person who helps somebody through that. It feels like not wanting to be tied to giving bad news. It's not necessarily that. It's more so just letting people know that someone's gone and they are at peace. Because I know when I've channeled people that have passed, that's really, me personally, that's what it's always been. And it gives the other person like that closure and stuff like that. But for me, if I don't do it, it keeps going. It keeps happening over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's so blocked. Somebody's really trying hard to block this. And ghost. Oh, they're not ghosts like that. It just feels like you'll be okay. Okay. So that's what that feels like in this aspect of it, is that somebody's trying to communicate with you. Okay. Hey, country. Hey, Jess. Hey, guys. Secrets. Okay. And now I will wait until the list is done. Really? Wow. That's interesting. Huh. Well, you might be seeing some synchronicities and signs, but needing to be open to actually see them because they're trying to communicate. That looked very, very, that was like the biggest message to me. So, yeah. And definitely sorry for your loss, too. Okay, and then we'll give it, there's 2 more slots open. And if nobody fills those, then in like a minute, you can just put you and Bailey there. And then we'll just close out the free list and then donations will just stay open. Wow, I feel super thirsty. I don't have water. I already drank down a whole bottle of water while I was sitting here. But I was just going to say, I should have brought water. I know better. I know to bring water, but I forgot. But I had one and I already drank it. So for now on, I'm going to have to bring 2. Okay. Best friends and play with my feelings. Okay. What deck do I want to use for that? Is M making fun? I don't know if this is the correct deck to use. Deception. It feels like there's a deception going on, but it feels like because of making an effort. It feels like because of some like religious thing, religious or belief, finance, career. Right, I'm seeing the passion and making an effort is here. Judgment, communication, red flag. The way that they communicate is a red flag. Wow, the lighthouse, detour. It's a warning. You have 2 warnings here. The beaver, swans. This person that you are dealing with, if you're actually dealing with them, if you're like dealing with them as far as in the passion department, that's all they want. That's all they are looking for. But you have a divine intervention. The heart. The coffin. Feminine. Celtic knot. Unexpected end. False start. This person is going to keep failing. Okay. Yeah, they keep failing at trying to pursue something here, but it's kind of like something is going to discourage you from keeping your heart space open, but that's going to block your soulmate, like a soulmate of yours is trying to come in, and it feels like this person isn't going to make any effort. The M person, they're not going to make any effort, and there is a deception on a judgment call of what it is that they're talking about. That came with the red flag. So they are wearing a false mask. So it feels like yeah. But don't close yourself off and like speak positive things about an actual, like your soulmate that you're trying to have come into you. Stay optimistic for that. Okay. He's wearing a false mask. So it's definitely, he's not who he's claiming to be around other people. So if you think that, are you really feeling that he's making fun or he's doing something like that? He is, because there is deception there and the red flag is there. So it just feels like be very cautious with that person. Okay. Okay. I'm on this. And then open to whatever. Okay. Okay. What can you tell me, please? You're welcome. What can you tell me? Moving. Frozen. What? The call. This does, I mean, you've got trapped and feeling frozen and like not moving. But there's a conversation that needs to be had. Tell me about this. Getting some information, some clarity, research. Tell me about this. Tower and the child. Do you have an adult child? And it's like if so, or someone who's like that, if they're not like your actual child, then there's somebody who's like that. And it feels like they want to be a Wolverine and they want to be very assertive. Okay, yeah, and they want to solve a problem. They're curious and they have like anxiety because of breaking something free because they want to have some sort of insight. That makes sense given the situation. What is this? The house. It feels like breaking you out of the box and bringing you home. It really does. And it's masculine. And it's going to take the lead. There is, okay, if she is surrounded or there is a masculine, it feels like they influence. They like dominate something here. The compass and the red flag. But it's going to balance out. What? Okay, so if you were thinking or worried, okay, because it does feel like somebody wants to, like, are you like in a hospital at hospice? Or are you at home? Because it's like somebody wants to challenge something and like break something free. But there is a masculine that's like not trying to do that, wants to go against, feels like being stern, but this one wants to break the rules. You're at a friend's home. Okay. It honestly feels like somebody wants you not to. It feels like be trapped in like some sort of thing. They don't want you to be like frozen and trapped, but it would be a gamble to move you, is what I'm getting. And there's a masculine who's like trying to keep things, but it's a windy road. Feels like patience, needing to have patience. The journey. Somebody, yeah, a family member, could be the child. Feels like they're doing like research or something like that to like change the situation, and it's just like a windy road and something needs to have patience. And also there is, on the side note, there is a masculine who's trying to dominate everything and just be like, I don't know, like puts in a no, what's the call? Universe. The quick action. Handcuffs, control. Family. Oh. It feels like something along the lines of I don't want to put family out or I don't want to do that. But there is a bigger picture where something's going to happen or change or something like that. Celebration. The assessment. You might tell someone that, your family, like, I want to be celebrated. And it feels like going over the fine print, checking the details of the celebration. And it feels like with family. So that might be what's being talked about. And the shield, support. This just feels like somebody doesn't want to talk about something. Or you don't want to talk to somebody about it because you're trying to shield them. And it feels like not wanting somebody to kind of like not know what to do or something like that. And it feels like it's going to be worked out. But there is definitely something with this masculine who's going to like take control. Oh, yeah. You got the old, it's a family pattern. And this one, the masculine is stuck in the past. So it's kind of like he's going to be a weight of the world. I don't know. It just feels like something where something's not right with that bat. There's something about that energy that's kind of throwing me a little bit. And I think because they want to come in and control something and you don't want it to. Oh. Okay. Yeah. That honestly, that does feel like something like if you, I just don't, yeah, uprooted, all of that. I get it. Breaking radical breaks from the past. Like if you were trying to say something like, I don't want to be buried. I want to have it some other way. This one's going to fight it every way. Like that's not how we do that. But it's something about being boxed up. Like literally it's talking about being boxed up or being in an empty shell, an environment change. I don't want to do that. Or it's something like that or feeling trapped. And the masculine is not going to be okay with that. Just so you know. This just feels like making sure everything is in order. Okay. And best wishes to you. Definitely. Okay. Love next 60 days. Okay. What is coming? You're very welcome. This. Okay. Pray for love for country. What is coming in for the next 6 days? 60 days for country. What is changing? Have faith. Love your shadow. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Accept and work with the flaws in yourself so you can learn to accept others as they are. But there is, have faith. The angels are working behind the scenes for you. And that does talk about like the twin flame, but that's more so talking about like a mirroring soul. It'll feel sacred to you. Actions speak louder than words. If you want to know what someone is feeling, watch. And you'll be able to see. Tell me about this. That sun. You got the big yes card. Something with on this. Wow. I do not know why I'm seeing that, but I totally am. You remember that movie? Yeah, and then there's the dolphins. Remember the movie 16 Candles? And he showed up in like a red car outside of the church. I don't know what that is, but that's there. I don't know why I'm seeing that. What is this? The Emperor. You might, I don't know if you like that movie or you see that movie or something, but it feels like the masculine might take some form of action, something like that, because it's saying something like there's a purpose as to why I said that. And this feels like a strong emperor. The chariot, they're moving. This person is going to be put on your path for a reason. And it's almost like they pick you up or they cross your path and they're in a vehicle when they do that. And they might have a red car. The swan and the dog. Wow. Gonna marry that girl no matter what you say. Marry that girl. Wow. It feels like definitely they're gonna, and there's a protector. Wait a minute, isn't that part of that movie? God, I'm trying to remember it. I can't remember it. But it was something like he didn't care what other people thought. He was going to marry her anyway. And it's almost like, didn't I say something about that? Yeah, to love yourself for who you are. Like, accept your flaws and love yourself. That's kind of what that movie was about. Where people, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm getting mixed between that and I'm getting mixed between like 16 Candles and also, what's the other one? I can see it in my mind. Oh, Pretty in Pink. I think because it's Maggie Ringwald, or I think it's her name. She played in both of those, but I think they're the same concept. And it was like she's like not in the same friend group or the same social circle as who her soulmate ended up being. And it's kind of like that's who this is going to be, where it's somebody who you're just not going to, really think. If that makes sense. But they marry you anyway. And that's probably why this is talking about the actions speak louder than words. Because pay attention to what their actions are saying to you. Oh, he was? I've never seen that. But yeah, it definitely feels like that's what's going to happen. And there is definitely some, it feels like there's I want to say sequence, but that's not what I was going to say. But I keep hearing sequence. Bring it back. Synchronicities. There are some synchronicities from that movie to all of what I just said to you. Okay? Well, that is fun. I would love for somebody to show up like in the 90s love, like Can't Buy Me Love with that stereo. Yeah, that'd be fun. Anyway, focused. Okay, will AJ stop lying to me or at least try to tell me the truth more often? Okay. Will AJ stop lying? Is it right there? Take a leap of faith. That's interesting. Deepening. It feels like keep the door open. Oh my gosh. That is interesting. Okay, so Bailey, this is what we were talking about. So just, yeah. That is interesting. Tell me about this. Wow. It feels like careful planning, but there's got to be a starting point. Be careful about your thoughts becoming a thing because you don't want to think this stuff. And it feels like building. You can build. Build this thing together. Dun, 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 dun. Nothing's gonna stop us now. The Mask. Misleading information. The Heart. Oh, that says forgiveness. But being bottled up and containing ones. This feels like don't keep it bottled up. Speak your truth. Speak what it is that you need to speak. And be direct. The Hermit. Take some time to think about it. Wow. Interesting fun fact here. Quite literally on these two cards says AJ. Which feels like being heart-centered, some inner strength. And then it's like a forgiveness. That talks about forgiveness. And it just feels like the Devoted and the Rabbits. And the domino effect. It's strategy. It sets something in motion. So this does feel like if you open up or you... Yeah, I know. We know. Do not work that into the cards. There's more to this situation. So it feels like if you... The House. Set boundaries. That literally says set boundaries. And it feels like if you talk about things from the past or someone from the past and you educate on how that makes you feel, but attitude is everything when you bring it to this person. And it feels like setting some very clear, strong boundaries, being vulnerable. This person also gets, they want forgiveness and they get squirrely. But this doesn't feel like squirrely like that. Inner guidance. But then you've got the Waterfall. It just feels like having a strong, good conversation with the situation and like doing some, it feels like these are my boundaries. This is what I say. This is what and how I'm going to say it. And it feels like putting up some strong boundaries with this person and then see what happens. It's kind of like exactly what we talked about, Bailey. It's kind of saying it the same thing. It's just saying it in the cards, if that makes sense to you. Oh my goodness, Jean. That will not be happening. So stop it. I almost was going to tell her she can't ask any more questions on the lives. Because I don't want to flip everything. Exactly, Bailey. Exactly. Exactly. All right, Scorpio, if you can post your question, please. Okay, can I see what Robert's energy is towards me currently? Okay. What is Robert's current energy? Oh, okay. We're going to do what's the vibe? What is current energy towards Scorpio, please? What's the vibe? Legal. Harmony. What? Huh? How's puzzled. Exactly. I am pretty puzzled. So there's some like something needs to come into, I don't know what this is. This feels like a lawyer. But it's legal and somebody having to be like two-sided or leading a double life. And somebody is conflicted, but there's harmony. What's this? Trapped. What is going on? So there. What's this? Some illumination. There's some chemistry. The ring. What? This person's in like two minds or something. They're leading like a double life. Like on one side, it's all harmony, balance, and happiness. And there's some sort of illumination to, I propose we do this or propose we do that. But there's something about being trapped and puzzled in some sort of legal thing. And the gentle, the moon, the world. Something needs to be wrapped up with this person. I don't know what it is. I am? No, I don't want to scare you. It's like if they have anything that has to do like with a legal thing, they need to have that like wrapped up or paperwork. Leap of faith. In dating, the light bulb. If this person once was in like a marriage and it ended badly, the pattern. The church. Yeah. Oh. That could be what that is. That could, yeah, if he was married. Okay. Yeah, there's something there. I don't know why that is bringing something to you. What is this? The message. You're going to hear about it. There's going to be some progress. It feels like when something happens and goes on with him, he wants to message you. He wants to tell you. Yeah, you're at the table. And you're part of, it feels like he wants to be transparent with you, but at the same time, there's a double life going on. Oh, okay, yeah. But there is definitely something that he's going to propose something to you, and it's going to shed some light on you. Like that's what he wants to do, is like illuminate something. Or you make him feel like magic or something because there's harmony here. It's almost like on this other side, he feels trapped. It's confused and conflicted over here on a legal matter. So the double life on this side is harmony, is peaceful. So you're like his safe place. But the journey, the exit, he just wants to get to something that's balanced. Yeah, he needs some balance. But he feels, I guess to answer your question about how he feels towards you, it's balanced. While all this other chaos is going on. And I guess he needs that. You're welcome. Oh, you said it makes sense. Okay. Yes. Oh, what I as parents. Okay, let's see. What is I's parents' intentions towards Jesus? What is I's parents' intentions towards her? Wow. That's drowning. An apology. Okay. Ugh, it came out again, and I've been shuffling these cards. Waves. It feels like they're two-faced. But it's kind of like, being over your head, drowning, overextended. Then there's an apology, and it's because of like worry and fear and emotions, and it's the waves. My nose is going crazy. God, my nose. Think about this. The star. The key. Are you sure? Because they might. You're saying your parents? I'm so confused. Oh, why did I think okay. Let me. Okay, well, if you were wondering about eyes, it's basically if they know about you, they're worried that you're gonna be over your head. But at the same time, I seen the star with the mortal and pestle, where it's kind of like you're healing him. So I said eyes, my bad. Okay. 14. I didn't read that all the way. I'm sorry. Okay. What's the vibe and what does jeans? Intentions. What? What? Family. Was there any like tension in family or something like that? Because you've got, whoa. Oh, because there's like thrills and psychopath and consequences. All that came out. And over here, it's just like, oh my God. I don't want to hear about any more family stuff. There's like worriedness here with the family. And tell me, settling, established. It feels like wanting you to be like established. Oh, oh, okay. Well, that made me kind of nervous when I pulled that. Like, what am I doing? What is coming up? What is this? Like somebody makes some bad choices. Whoa, they're fast. They arrive and depart. They're restless. And there is, okay, getting what you want. Be careful what you ask for. There's an event coming, crossroads. Wine. The woman. Is she a drinker? Because okay. Dark to light. A pathological liar. Okay. I mean, it could be that it's developing over time. I'm okay. I'm trying hard to see if you do have a family member or somebody in the family. I know you're asking about your mom. I can't help what comes out. But if you do have a family member that is a feminine energy that drinks, they're going down the road. It could be like a dirt road or something. There's going to be consequences. So that feels like a very effort is required. That feels like there's going to be a situation, and what it's doing is it's going to humble that one. I don't know then. Because that's what I'm seeing. Plain as day. But it also talks about like reaping what somebody has sown. So it could be that. But that does really look like somebody's going down a road. Being aware. Know what's going on. Somebody is not aware of something that's going on. That literally says know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's judgment's going to get clouded. So I don't know what that is. But there is something that somebody's not going to see beyond somebody's view. See? That's even saying it right there too. So I don't know what this is. But it feels like somebody's going to like do some sort of thrill. But, and if it's not her and she's out at a certain time, it could be the other person. Because I literally just heard that. It could be somebody else that's driving and somebody's affected by it. So if your family doesn't do that, it just feels like somebody needs to have more caution when driving down like a back road. So back to the main question. It was weird. Blinders. So this family tension, there's some blinders. So victim mentality, personal expression. There's an outcome of what? The castle. In abundance. It might be, if you haven't, you might want to isolate yourself because of some sort of abundance that's going to come your way. And family's going to be mad about that. If that makes sense. You have isolated yourself. Okay. Yeah, because look, this literally says wealth. Wealth. Focus, focus, focus. It's not focusing. There we go. Wealth. And then you've got the abundance. Fruits of your labor. So if you've done like a lot of work, then it's not going to focus in. But it's the grapes, and that's what grapes mean. And when you start to get that and have that, well, see, it says wealth right here too. Whoa. You have two cards back to back with wealth and stamina. Poise and grace. Wow. It does feel like when you're dealing with them, have poise and grace. Yeah. And symphony, harmony. There's definitely something here where once things or something is made very aware of on the hard work that you've done, somebody's going to come in with victim mentality. And it feels like isolate yourself because it's going to stress you out. Yeah, I would continue to do that because somebody's playing the victim. And I don't know, they're going to have to deal with some consequences because that consequence card is really there. And it feels like because they've been like conniving and they're unpredictable. And then the thrill talks the same thing about bad decisions, continuous cycles, and it stressed you out. I think, and then look, this even talks about that. You can read that. It says established, settled, secure, wealthy. Whoa. She's in the money. But wealth doesn't always mean money. You know, you can be rich without, it actually being dollars, but you're gonna feel that. And somebody wants a piece of it. And it feels like no, because that's not their blessing. That is your blessing. And it feels like how they're gonna see you or how they see you is they're the victim. That you have the mask. Concealing deception. Like, I don't know. She ran from me and she did it, it feels like that. So that's their perception. That's how they see it. But it doesn't seem like that's the truth. And yeah, I don't know about that other thing, but that does still feel like that's like just be careful. It feels more or less at night too. So not to put any fear or anything like that, but it just feels like just use extra caution. That's all. So, okay. Well, I'm going to leave this here. And I thank everybody so very much for coming in. Yeah, and yeah, I just seen that score. Yeah, they were kind of, I don't know. Well, we are in the full moon still, so maybe a lot of things needed to be aired out or things need to be illuminated. So there's that. But I thank everybody for stopping in and for joining. And I will be back on tomorrow to do another daily and to do questions. So thank you guys so much. And I'll see you then. Bye, guys.